Hello and welcome to another success story of growth leadership mentees that has achieved a tremendous success in less than 45 days. So let me welcome Urvashi. Welcome Urvashi in this Hall of Fame interview.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, so before we actually go into what Urvashi has achieved, let's probably understand what she does. So Urvashi, can you introduce yourself? What do you do?
Sure. Well, I am into learning and development, and I have a extensive experience of over 15 years in this domain. And yes, so I was actually looking to grow in my career, and hence I landed up here.
Okay. So what triggered you to join the Career Acceleration Mastery? We have a different programs. So everybody joined the foundation, which is a Career
Mhm.
Acceleration Mastery. So what triggered you to join the Career Acceleration Mastery?
Well, as I said, I mentioned in my introduction that I was looking to grow in my career. And first of all, I did not really realize that there is a difference between changing a job and making a career, which actually CAM made me realize. And it actually made me realize to a point that it actually shook me and hit me in the gut that I was actually way behind in terms of being professional, and I was undervalued, underpaid, and why I was not recognized for my hard work and efforts. So and I just upon your advertisement in one of the social media platforms, and it was very impactful, that short, I would say, advertisement. And I thought, like okay, why not invest my time? And it's a free webinar, and why not? And it's a 2 hours webinar, and who would invest, I mean, who would give in such precious time of 2 hours, and that too for free? So I thought, okay, I mean, at least I'll learn something for free. But then it actually made me, it was a completely I would say a wake up call when I actually attended the webinar. And then that's when I decided that okay, I honestly, I would say that I had, I was not really in a position to actually, and not really in my, I was actually planning to spend that money elsewhere, because we were constructing a house, and I was spending, trying to spend, planning to spend it elsewhere, but I ended up spending for this scam. And trust me, I was so happy that at least, I've invested in myself, in my learning, for my growth, and it's absolutely worth it. I'm so glad that I joined it.
Thank you very much. Really grateful about it. Now, help us understand now that you have been through this journey and within 45 days, you have been able to get the success. So let the
Yes.
audience know what that success is and what are the key elements that has helped you to achieve that success.
I would say the first key element which we really underrate and underestimate is that we go for an interview without preparation, and we think that we hold, we carry X amount of experience, and we have complete functional and knowledge, and the domain knowledge that we have, and it's just apt for us to crack through any interview, which is absolutely is not the case. And why, and before, I joined CAM, I had faced, I lost count how many rejections. I actually have lost count. Rejections on face-to-face interview, on virtual interviews, on telephonic interviews. And fourth is that I was pushing my same resume, same copy of resume. As per me, it was the most recent updated one, but not aligned with the JD or anything, which again Cam taught me. I was just pushing it, and I was just sending everywhere, just like pamphlet. And deep down, I did realize that I am undermining myself and undervaluing myself, and just pushing off my resume to everybody, even for the junior roles. But I was in a, I was actually in a situation wherein I was really wanting to get out of my current role, and Cam helped me do so. So when it comes to, I would say strategizing your interview, Cam teaches you a lot about it. No matter how many what amount of experience you hold, even if you have 22 years of experience, I've had, few conversations of the similar, professionals who were into similar situations, who are into similar situations. And when I ask, they have absolutely no clue what they are actually talking about. So recently, I just like to share one small example that one of my friends, she got stuck in an organization. Of course, she got a good hike of more than 50%. So she had switched her job only last month, but got herself, of course, into a better role. But again, a very, very negative environment. And within a month, she's seeking out. And when I asked that, what did you do to prepare for the interview? Did you do your research? And what sort of, so she now, because she's actually currently looking to change. And I said, okay, have you worked through your resume? So she said, okay, yeah, I have my updated resume. I just updated 10 days back and I'm just sending it everywhere. And I was like, okay, maybe you also need to join CAM. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Excellent. And what else? This is one of the aspects.
Yeah. So this is one of the aspect that interview preparation, and then second, how do you generate your leads? I would say I was barely back active on LinkedIn, but now I ensure that I spend good amount of time on LinkedIn. And I learned a great deal from how basically from those elements that were touched upon in the CAM series, that circle of impact and influence. It actually brought a shift in my thinking that how underrated this LinkedIn platform is, and how we can actually generate leads, and how we can actually influence others, wherein it also teaches you about not just push strategy, but of course attracting the right people so that they approach to you and they actually see your worth, that they would want to really hire you in the organization. I learned a great deal, and I intend to continue working on it. And then there was a very impactful video in CAM, which actually teaches about. I had no clue about it, that I used to just go on and on in my introduction. Used to spend 15 minutes and waste entire time on just two questions, not leaving any room for the next question by the interviewer to be thrown at me. And it was completely, I would say, a hollow interview that used to happen. When I used to feel, oh, well, I was so good at communicating and this and that, and why did they not really shortlist me? Not thinking that I'm not really organizing my thoughts. I was not strategizing my interview responses. I was not, tailoring my thoughts. And again, the key elements from that video was that any answer within 2 minutes, and any response should be, introduction should be within 2 minutes. I learned a great deal, and I actually implemented it in this interview. So everything, of course, we know that when is the interview scheduled next, and I did get some time to prepare, and I would say I could really, I was actually, the first round, I was actually sounding like a robo. I was structuring my responses that, okay, less than 2 minutes, 2 minutes, and 2 minutes. And the second interview, I even got better with it, because I had never implemented, never known. I was completely unaware of that a strategy like this also exists. And I got to know only from CAM. Third was, and third was that how do you actually, work on your CV? Of course, it is always good to seek professional help, but I thought that, okay, let me just push my resume. I revamped my resume, and it also, this was the resume through which I was called for an interview. So again, it did work, and I intend to even make it better the next time. And another thing is that I learned through CAM that it's not just about getting a job and getting a hike. It's about that how do you sustain that job, and how do you create that positive impact in your organization? Because again, every 2 years and every 1 year, you can't really afford to hop job from here and there. So you can't really put your career and jeopardize your career. So people who are really and I was thinking that I'd spent like 1 year in this organization. Had this camp happened to me in the beginning of this organization, probably I would have grown and scaled here. I would not have to actually look elsewhere. But now, of course, I know I'm going to implement the learnings and, of course, continue.
You're on mute.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So through CAM, yes, I'm sorry, there was a call. So I'm going to continue learning through my association with you, sir.
Thank you very much, Urvashi. Now, help us understand. Everybody is just looking to reveal that suspense. What have you achieved through it?
I
What
was
was your thought process? Is what you are looking at now that you have told us different elements of the camp, which is I would say it is a must-have foundation that every mid-level professional that needs to have, whether you have a 15 years of experience or 22 years of experience that you have explained so far.
yes.
So what is that thought process has actually done with you? That is, what has actually changed in your life now?
It has actually, there's a tremendous shift in my thinking. I don't know. I mean, I can intrinsically feel that. I don't know how. I mean, it's not something that, people can see that, okay, now she's changed. Because these are my thoughts. These are my, that's my thought process that has actually changed because I joined CAM and the kind of learnings that I've had through CAM. I've changed as a person and professional, and I probably will be, I am to an extent better equipped to handle situations at work in a mature manner, and not actually consider job as a job, but of course it's a matter of your career. So it actually, I was so I would say unaware of anything to that for that matter that I just consider it's a job. But there's a whole lot of difference that I got to understand that there's a whole lot of see difference between a job and a career. And
Absolutely.
while most of us we run after, hopping jobs and changing jobs, but that's not the ultimate solution. The solution is that what is the kind of career that we are aspiring for ourselves, and that actually this course and this coaching actually helps you understand that. So it is something that you actually feel that change from within.
Mm.
Nobody can push you and make you do things unless you really
Feel inside.
have that conviction. That conviction has to come from within, that yes, it actually works, and for me it has worked.
All right, wonderful. So what have you achieved? Still people are looking at it.
I have achieved, of course, a 360-degree shift of mindset, and of course,
Mhm.
apart from that, for a short term, yes, I've achieved a new role, and that's a step up role of a senior manager, learning and development. In and also I wanted to actually shift from one industry to the other, and it was
Okay.
not really easy. So I had shifted from in healthcare to an IT industry, and that was again an achievement for me.
Absolutely. So career transition plus a senior manager role, and
Yes,
obviously a hike is also involved. And your future
yes,
role is quite visionary as well as I understand from you as well. So what is your advice
absolutely.
to your peer group who are just like you? Maybe a male or female doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
they are also having a lot of experience. They also have a belief that I know it how to actually build my career as such, and the only definition they know is changing their job is a career. So, what is the advice that you want to give to them? Whether the coach can make a difference in your life, whether coaching can make a difference, or the learning that you feel that you know it can make a difference right now.
Well, I would say the last statement that you just quoted, that we all feel that we can do it, and which is why I lagged behind in my career. And sometimes, no, it's good to admit and realize that we all need help. We're not like born experts in everything. So just because we are proficient in the domain that we've been working in, doesn't mean that we're proficient in building a career of our own. And that's why we are struggling with our careers at this point in time. It's definitely, I think, a very, I would say, cliche thing to say that we are adults, we are experienced, and we don't need anybody to coach us. And that's where, and people who have like big bloated egos only probably have, they feel ashamed to admit it, but they are the ones who actually don't accelerate in their mind and of course in their career at the end of the day. So definitely seeking help is perfectly okay. It's only that, you can leverage that coaching to yourself and to your career. And I would advise all my fellow members that to seek help. It's okay to seek help, to learn of what we don't know, and grab this opportunity. And this is actually, a lot of members probably, I've observed that they have actually enrolled themselves, but they are very dormant. Again, it's not really going to help, because at the end of the day we're not talking about pedagogy. It's about, adult learning. And if we are not going to take the charge of a career now, then I think no coach or no mentor in the world can make us actually achieve what we really want to achieve in our lives. So better we take charge of our career and we seek help and seek coaching. And I believe that this is the best platform to actually give direction to your career and reach, achieve your goals.
Thank you very much, Urvashi, for this heartfelt words. And I truly believe when I started this journey that when I wanted to impact the lives of people on a
Right.
mission, and I realized that the challenges that I face, those
Mm-hmm.
challenges are now different as well. What I had faced in my career. So it's just
Right.
not a long time back. It is hardly 3 to 5 years back I'm talking about. The challenges what the today's professional face in the middle management are totally different than what I used to face. And that requires a certain level of understanding, uh, again strategizing as you mentioned, and also seeking the help. And this is
Mm-hmm.
why we are on that mission, that how can we probably make these people as a growth leaders and help them
Mm-hmm.
achieve their wealth, influence, and impact. So I'm very happy about the success that you have received in a very, very short time. Many, many congratulations to you and all the audience who are listening to Urvashi. Please
Thank
reach
you so
out to
much.
her and probably ask her more personalized experience if she wants to share about what she experienced here. And if you want to be a part of that leadership community. And if you want to transform your career as well, rather being underpaid and underachieved without clarity, please join us on rakesh.cc/masterclass and we'll be very happy to guide you in your career as well. Till we meet next time with another success story, take care of yourself and stay tuned on this channel. Thank you very much and God bless.